It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota's skill set can help continue to evolve the position of quarterback in the NFL because his ability to run with the football, you may not utilize it as little as other coaches have in the past. You may emphasize that part of the game a little bit more.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, these two teams, of course, met in the wild card round of the playoffs last year. Dallas getting the late touchdown from Zeke Elliott and then holding off the Seahawks 24-22. Gosh, that was just the 4th Dallas playoff victory since their Super Bowl title back in the mid-90s in Super Bowl 30. They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a third down. On third down, Mariota. He finds Coleman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On second down, it's Coleman. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 31. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Oh, we got it. We got it. Good job, D. Good job, D.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, Mahomes throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Open here, Adam Thielen. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
Breaks free again. He won't go down. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Patrick Mahomes. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And they are able to... Strike first here on their opening drive. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The football going back to the Dallas offense here, and since you did see them in person last week, I want to put you on the hot seat. Yes, 2 weeks in, but is this a contender in the NFC in the Dallas Cowboys?
Absolutely. No doubt about it. This team, probably the deepest roster they've had in a long time in Dallas. Young quarterback who's playing at the top of his game. Has extra weapons now on the outside. How about bringing in Randall Cobb from Green Bay to play now? And an offensive line that's probably the best in football. And a defense that they think will be pretty salty when they put all the pieces together.
Lamar Miller, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Lamar Miller, 76 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball.
That's up. That's up. All right, baby, yeah.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes being chased out left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Hey. 4 down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 21 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Let's go. You tighten up.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Coleman. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Still step down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Christian McCaffrey, 40 yards. And the Seahawks. They're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 15 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
16 yards, a first down. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Mariota now. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. And they can't bring it. And a late score here in this one.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. As it does, the big boy have the juice. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. So the victory here for Seattle. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.